welcome Walk of Famer Michael Keaton.
Hi, how are you? Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have to, thank you. You have to stand there during all this. Boy, I can do that. Yo, I'm gonna do what Tim and I gotta say, respectfully do. Usually, when we start a project, we see this script and we kind of go, okay. And then we start making things up. Some of this is going to be things I've said before, so bear with me. The first 2 or 3 meetings I had with Tim, I was told there's this young, talented director, and he wants to meet you for something. So I go and I have a meeting, and it was pleasant. And I left, and they said, "What did you think?" And I said, "Nice guy. I have no idea what he's talking about." And then 2 or 3 meetings that were really similar, I went home, and this time I think there were some sketches, if I'm not mistaken. And I said, "I like him even more. For sure, I love this guy. I know there's something, I still have no idea what he's talking about," when we were talking about Beetlejuice. But 5 movies later, and over 30 years of knowing him, I still have no idea what he's talking about. Not only do I know what he's talking about, seriously, I feel it on every movie. It's beyond shorthand. So when I hear Winona and other people use this word, weird, well, then count me in, because I feel really, really comfortable around this guy, working with him. It's just a joy. I vividly remember the first day walking on the set of Beetlejuice, and I had some ideas that I thought might work, and I was in the wardrobe and everything, and Tim hadn't even, and I had never even rehearsed anything. I remember it so clearly, and then walking on thinking, well, I hope this works, and then Tim giving me kind of a brief tour of the sets, which, to say it was, first of all, you walk in and you go, shrunken heads. Okay, shrunken heads. You go, all right. And then you see these remarkable, beautiful sets, and it didn't take me very long to feel really, really comfortable. And it's been like that ever since. It just feels good to be around art, and to be a part of it is rare. And it's an experience I get to have every time I'm on a set with Tim. I mean, when you think there were these 2 young guys, this kid from Burbank and me, really getting away with something that no one quite knew what we were doing. And then you bring into the mix the great Winona, who's as sweet as can be and talented. And my pal, Catherine, and the rest of the cast, and it just always got better. So, I'm sorry, I'm going to read here a little bit. But, the openness, Danny will tell you this, the openness that he has to creativity. A lot of times there are directors who are threatened or insecure. He's never been like that, at least in my experience. There's just an openness to ideas and creativity. So, there's also this wonderful lack of pretension. In fact, in this second one, and even in the first one, Tim actually comments on the pretentiousness of some art. And you always think back and say, well, did they say that? Did they, this thing of thinking outside the box or being different or being not the usual, did they say that about the surrealists and the cubists? I'm sure they did. And this guy, when it comes to film, is in that world to me. He's right there. I just want to finish here in a minute by talking about the whole Batman thing, you know. He hands me a script and says, please read this and tell me what you think. Now, this is after Beetlejuice, after that performance, after that type of movie. And he says to the studio, I want that guy. And I'll never to this day understand this, why anyone even cared, but the uproar. You know, you would have thought we were being invaded. You know, it was unbelievable. The press went crazy, but he stuck by me. And the guts it took for him to make that decision will always be special to me, obviously. But also, you bet. But also, what that spawned, you know? There are a lot of people making a lot of money out there with their superhero movies because of his choice and his vision of what those movies can be, because he changed everything. I've said it 100 times, but it's true. So, it's true. The man's a genre unto himself, and, you know, I'll just say this. Who would have thought when I showed up that this guy from right over there in Burbank and me from this little town in Pennsylvania with these ideas would have ever created this and come to this moment? Well, I guess you and I would have thought that. So to misquote, and I don't know why I didn't say this the first day I ever walked on the set after the end of my first day shooting with a guy, to somewhat misquote Bogart from Casablanca, Tim, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Thanks, buddy. You're the best.
Michael Keaton, everybody.